going on, everybody? You know what? You're going to have a phenomenal day today because you're here with me, Jeremy Ritz of Courage Pays Better Than Fear Trading. I got the gear on, I got my NVIDIA hat on, and we're going to talk about NVIDIA a little bit here to open the show because, man, it has been getting beat up here recently. So we're going to talk about that. But what I want to spend some time talking about today is what to do when you lose your confidence as a trader. Because working with traders on a daily basis, coaching them, helping them learn the ropes of day trading, swing trading, and investing, this is something that I commonly see. A string of losses or a losing month really can take its toll on how someone feels about their ability to trade, and if not managed appropriately, can lead to them continuing to lose, or even worse, walking away from something that they put a ton of time into to learn. So we're going to talk about what do you do when your confidence is waning, when you're struggling in trading and investing. And I'm here to help you with all of that in episode number 46 of the Traders Podcast. Let's go. So before we get into today's topic about what to do when you lose your confidence, I just wanted to take a moment to talk about what is happening in the AI space, the artificial intelligence space. You know, I've got my NVIDIA hat on. I'm an NVIDIA fanboy, love the company, and I'm a shareholder. I believe in its future and what it's going to be able to do. But toward the end of last week, there was a Chinese company that released what is known as DeepSeek, which was their large language model that apparently was trained on non-NVIDIA chips, and that they were able to train this model at a fraction of the price at which ChatGPT or some of these other large language models used. And what it really called into question was, are these GPUs, these graphics processing units that NVIDIA creates to train these large language models, are they actually needed? Is all this money that's being put into AI and into the infrastructure, is it required to make advancements in artificial intelligence? And so that really called that into question. And what happened was, on Monday, you saw a huge sell-off, and specifically in NVIDIA. And we saw the most money shed from market cap in the history of the stock market that day. From NVIDIA alone, it dropped significantly from the 140s down into like 116. So it was a massive move. But does that mean the NVIDIA run is over? Well, we don't know. There's no way to tell. We can't 100% with accuracy predict where the market's going to go or what investors are thinking. So it is important to approach this with a bit of a conservative mindset and have some safety protection in place via hedges, if you own shares, buying puts, selling calls out of the money on top of your shares. So there's things that you could do to protect yourself. But in the long run, a company like NVIDIA isn't just going to fold overnight. There is an artificial intelligence arms race between China and the US. And if you think about nuclear weaponry, back in the day, whoever achieved supremacy in that area was the leader. The same thing is happening today with artificial intelligence. And so the United States is going to continue to put money into the chip sphere, into NVIDIA, into other chip companies. And this is just a bump in the road. Unless we really do see that these big models, these large language models, can be run with weaker chips, then that could really call into question the longevity of a company like NVIDIA. But I think there's more information that we need to see before we can draw any type of conclusion like that. NVIDIA will be reporting earnings later in the month of February. So right now, I would not panic sell my shares. I'm not going to do that. Obviously, being proactive, having some protection in place, but it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. There's no question about that. All right, so today's topic is, what do you do when you lose confidence as a trader? When you go from experiencing a series of wins, maybe winning months, you're having success, and then all of a sudden, bam, you get smacked by a loss, a bad loss, a string of losses, a month's long losing streak. It happens, right? And a lot of the times we're not prepared for what to do when we're in that type of situation. And so I wanted to spend some time just talking to you about things that you could do to pause, pump the brakes, recalibrate, refocus so that you can move forward in a successful way. And that's what we're going to talk about here today. And so the number one thing that you have to keep in mind is that losing is part of the process of trading. It just is. It's purely mathematics. It doesn't mean that you suck, that you're a terrible trader, that you can't do this. Just go back and look at your wins. You have won in trading before. That has happened for you. So you have those successful moments that you want to anchor yourself to as reminders that, hey, yeah, I can do this. And these losses, this is just part of the process. And it's also an opportunity for you to ask yourself the very, very difficult question, right? Because here's the other thing, trading will force you to confront things about yourself that you really don't want to acknowledge or admit. And because losing is part of trading, what you have to ask yourself is, am I built for this? And do I have the mental resiliency? Do I have the ability to overcome adversity that when I lose or have a losing streak, that I don't give up, I don't feel defeated, I don't quit? If you're going to be a little baby and pout every time you lose and be wah, 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 this is not for you because losing, you're going to have losing trades every single month. There's not a trader out there, unless you're Nancy Pelosi, who hits every trade. It's just not going to happen. So you have to shed that expectation right away. And the most important thing is to learn from your losses. So if you're currently in a losing streak, if you're struggling, did you go back and study what led to those losses? And if you haven't, you have no right to complain or to say, woe is me, because you haven't put in the work. So if that's you, pause this video, take your ass in front of your trading view and study your losses so that you can find out what are the commonalities in my losing trades. And guess what? They're going to be there. And the other thing you have to revisit is, am I following my trading plan? I'm asking you that question right now. So this is a one-on-one coaching session. Are you really following your trading plan? You right there. I'm asking you, are you following your trading plan? And honestly, this is one of the biggest things that traders struggle with. They don't follow the plan. Oh, well, let me just move my stop loss here. Let me just do this that's outside of. That's a recipe for disaster. You have to do the same thing every time you trade. You have to make it mechanical. It has to be a system. This is not something that we're doing because, oh, yay, this is fun. Yeah, we love this. We love the trade, but we're doing it to make money, right? This is not a hobby. This is real money that we're talking about, and you have to follow your plan. This is a business, right? So if you're not following your plan, there's your first place to start. And then the next thing is just believe in yourself. Believe in yourself that you can do it, that you can be successful. Like I said earlier, going back to those wins that you had and realizing and remembering that, hey, I can do this. Just settle in on that feeling of how it feels to win or what that process was like. And that will put you back into the state of, okay, I know that I'm able to do this. But another part of believing in yourself is actually doing practice, putting in the work, back trading and studying. And so if you do hit a slump, if you do lose your confidence, what I would strongly recommend is just taking a break from trading real money for a period of time and back trading. Practice, do it with paper money, fake money until you get out of that slump. You will get out of it too, because again, it doesn't rain every day, right? It doesn't snow every day. It's not sunshine every day outside, right? There's variations. It's the same thing with the markets. And just because it's not working for you right now doesn't mean it's not going to work for you forever. But you've got to build the confidence by practicing through back trading. So make sure you do that if you ever come up against a wall and you get stuck and you feel like you're losing your confidence. And then the last thing is find motivation, find inspiration, get on YouTube, look up some motivational videos that are going to get you excited and that are going to remind you that tough times are going to come and that you can overcome those types of situations. You can overcome that adversity. Get yourself fired up. Put on some music that makes you feel inspired, that makes you feel motivated. Do things to just generate your energy. Get outside, go for a run, lift weights, and just get away from the markets for a period of time. Focus on your physical well-being, your health. Just disconnect, and that disconnection can help you feel reinvigorated, rejuiced, and ready to go. And so just to wrap this all up, if you have been struggling with your trading, if you've hit a wall, do me a favor. When this video is done, just sit down and do a little self-reflection. What has caused my struggles here in the market? What are the characteristics of my losing trades? What are the things that I can pinpoint? And then from there, identify, all right, I'm going to take these 3 actions today that will help improve my trading and get me out of my slump, all right? Reflect, analyze. And the beautiful thing is we're coming up on the end of the month of January. We've got a brand new month of trading in February that kicks off next week. February 1st is actually this Saturday. And so February 3rd will be the first trading day of this month. But use this as an opportunity to reset your sails, focus on your destination, look at what went wrong, but also look at what went right. And then set off on a new journey towards profitability, towards establishing yourself as that successful, profitable trader that I know that you are. And if you're really stuck, let me help you. Email me, couragepaysbetter@gmail. Put it in the comments what you're struggling with. Let me give you some assistance. I've been there. It's not fun. I get it. So I'm trying to give you the self-talk that I have for myself when I hit those walls. And let me help you get through that process, because you're not alone. There are other traders out there. We all go through it, right? I know that this year I'm having a decent January, but I know that there's 12 months in a year. I'm going to have some rough months, right? So if you need help, reach out to me. Let me help you get through it. But you can do this. You got this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for episode number 46 of the Traders Podcast. I have a special guest coming next week. I can't wait. I'm going to have some guests on the show here over the course of the next couple months. So stay tuned. And please make sure to like, subscribe, share with your family and friends. Let me know if you're struggling in the comments. I'm here to help you. And I will see you back here next week for episode number 47 of the Traders Podcast. Have a great day, everyone.